James River Face Wilderness. Hammocks, fall trip towards, I'm just thinking if that's what we want.
I feel like you don't know where we're going.
Hey everybody, Syntax77 here, along with my beautiful wife Sarah over there, checking out the map. We're getting ready to start. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Another brand new adventure, a little fall trip. We are down here in Virginia. It is first week of November, so fall is, feels like it'll be winter before you know it, but today it is going to go up to like 70 degrees. We're down here towards like Roanoke, Virginia. We just want to do a 2-day, 1-night trip in the George Washington, actually the sign says George Washington and Jefferson National Forest, but specifically we're in the Jefferson National Forest, and even more specifically we're in the James River Face Wilderness. You know, I like a good wilderness area. So we're down here at what is called the James River Footbridge. We're going to start on that. I'm recording GPS data, so if you want to play the home game or do this trip yourself, all that'll be on my website, and waypoints for this parking lot as well as the hike and everything. But yeah, we want to get out here. We're kind of losing the leaves, but from what I read online, we might be grasping onto a little more foliage. So we'll see what we can see in terms of foliage and just some nice outdoor experience here in fall before the winter kicks in. We'll check it out as we go, but got some cool gear twists for my gear junkies out there, or just people interested in different systems. Finally put whoopee slings on one of my hammocks. That's a smaller tweak, and then a bigger thing is I'm going to be using the Amok Draumr hammock, the flat laying hammock that uses a sleeping pad. I did a video on it before. Kind of crazy. Very different hammock, so we're going to try that out. That's going to be the main thing that I'm testing out here gear-wise on this trip. But more importantly,
You can't bring horses.
you can't bring horses.
So we left ours. Tied
In the car?
car.
It's in the car.
It's fine.
We just
There's-
put a mini horse in the car,
Yeah.
crack the windows, and hope for the best.
It
So
has something in there to eat, I'm sure.
yeah.
Some old gummy bears, Twizzlers.
Wait,
Cheetos from car ride.
if there's gummy bears in that car,
It's you.
I got to go back to that car. Actually, no, we're going to leave the car behind, I think, at this point.
And the horse.
And the horse, and we're going to get cruising here. So you see we're passing underneath and over to the footbridge, I do believe. Into the wilderness we go. You got your first sign there? What's it say?
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to go more than a mile in, though.
No.
Do you want to just turn around?
Let's go 1.2 miles.
I mean, we could just go back on the bridge.
Can't camp by the bridge.
Camp on that bridge.
Oh, that's probably a problem.
No, it says camping and campfires prohibited. Look at that big old diagonal. Like,
Along trail, next 1 mile. Yeah, from looking at the regs, there's nothing really says limits on camping near, with the exception of right next to the bridge here. Not a whole lot of camping and fire restrictions, other than common sense, of course. It is some hunting going on, being as it's November and in Virginia. I've never hunted in Virginia, but quick glance on the internet showed that it was hunting season, so we should probably maybe adjust your orange flag for a little bit better coverage, but yeah, our shopping bag. Anyway, we're actually along the Appalachian Trail. Appalachian Trail goes right over that bridge we were just on and continues along here. We're just going to hike in, camp somewhere, hike out tomorrow. We might deviate from the AT, Appalachian Trail, at some point, or we might stay on it the whole time. I don't know. I also brought 3 1.5 liter bottles of water, and Sarah has 2, so we have a ton of water. So we end up on a ridge or something. It's not the end of the world. I like these leaves coming down.
That someone needs to rake this trail because I don't know where I'm going.
Well, there's this.
No, I know, but it's just funny. Like, I'm not used to walking with this much like leaf coverage. I'm like, where?
Oh, you literally mean yes. You can't quite go as mindless and just zone out. You have to.
Because I'm just kind of like, oh wait, hold on, where do I go?
That's funny. That's a funny point. Sometimes you get on the trail and it's real obvious. You just you can't remember what you did for the last mile.
I know. So I was trying to zone out, and I was like, wait.
These leaves coming down are cool though.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's raining.
I love it. Look at it.
I know. Train's been.
There's the end.
Finally see the end. Train's been going on forever. First intersection. Appalachian Trail keeps going that way. Max Creek Trail goes over there. What's our choice over here?
Matt's Creek. If you're
Oh,
coming from this side.
okay. I'll double check my GPS, but I think we're going to keep rolling on the Appalachian Trail towards Gunther Ridge. I'm just thinking if that's
I feel like
what
you
we
don't
want.
know where we're going.
I'm just deciding.
Right now?
Yeah. Yeah, I am actually.
Oh my lord.
Okay. So the Mats Creek shelter is on the AT, but I guess this Mats Creek Trail, that's what was, can be a little confusing, I guess goes that way. But we're going towards Mats Creek shelter, not staying there, but we're going towards it. So that was a little confusing. So we'll go this way.
This way it is?
As long as we end up at the car tomorrow. Can't be it already, is it? No, maybe. Guess so.
Flash flood hazard?
Oh wow. This area is subject to flash flooding. These floods can be caused by heavy rains here or far upstream. If the stream rises suddenly or rains heavily, be alert for flash flooding. Huh.
What's the pretty? Is that the outhouse stuff?
Yeah.
What's that?
Little trail register
Okay.
for the
What's
Appalachian
that?
Trail shelter, basically. Or not basically, it is. Huh?
What's that stick?
Some people like to hang their food from that, and it's supposed to keep the mouse from running down it.
Well,
But it also means you have food in the
I
shelter.
was about to say, aren't you not supposed to do that?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done it, but it's funny they have that, and then the bear bag away from the shelter sign right behind it. Obviously that was just set up by a thru hiker, not an official parks person, I would assume. But yeah, you see that sometimes. A little broom for keeping things tidy. You don't look like you'd sleep here. No? You'd rather be in your hammock?
Creepy.
Yeah?
Not in a good way.
No,
He
not
said it, yeah.
creepy. Alright, that's fine.
I mean, this
Good
bench though.
shelter.
I mean, if someone could just bring me some tacos.
I know, the bench is solid. Eating lunch at a bench. I did that in the Smokies. It's like,
Yeah.
especially
No,
there.
I mean, like, who can bring us tacos?
I don't know. Let's see if we can order them, and then there's no cell service though.
Oh,
That's kind of a problem.
order a pizza.
Yeah.
We're at this
Alright.
picnic bench.
Well, I guess we'll keep going. Somebody used their stove here. That didn't work out too well. alcohol stove that spilled? Just a guess. Just a guess. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at the trail book just to see, for curiosity. Good opportunity to sit and stare. We took this out of it just now. I guess someone was trying to be nice and left a big giant bag of raisins, but I don't know. It was in the bag. I feel like an animal's going to come and tear the entire trail book apart to eat that, so I might make an executive decision and separate that from the trail book. So people sign this as they do the trail. Nobody, I don't believe. I'm actually curious when the last time someone was here, because it's November, so you should have been up to Maine by like October at the latest. This is kind of cool. There's the trail books. I have one of these at home. Somebody tore out the page that shows just a linear representation of the mileage, upcoming water sources, other shelters, and then
more important things.
Yeah, so if you happen to be here,
Domino's, still waiting for our pizza.
Yeah, speaking of our delivery, animal hospital, just a little map of things in the area. So if you want to do a 0 day tomorrow, you can go in town and get that. And here's the book. So the last time somebody was here, found a puppy on the mountain yesterday.
Oh no.
We bonded. I think I'm going to keep him.
Acid man.
Oh wow. Okay, somebody was obviously talking about cleaning supplies when they were sleeping up. I mean, sweeping up in there is probably just some sort of like...
Wait, Rockman passing by lost my mind 2 days ago.
What?
Stop it.
Wow. But anyway, this guy
No, this is
found a dog.
Let's go back to the acid.
Oh look, brought him to the animal hospital. That's weird. Everything's coming in together.
Found a puppy on the mountain yesterday. Why don't we ever find a puppy on a mountain?
Severely dehydrated, barely able to walk. Jersey and I helped him down the Route 501 animal hospital.
Roger Nugget, yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad they saw this and saw there was an animal hospital.
Barely able to walk.
Check out those little mushrooms on the stump to the right. They glow. Things are getting weird.
What did that say? Be careful, snake in the shelter. All right.
Passing through northbound. 1024? Really?
Bump.
They must be doing a section.
GSB2.
And that brings us back to here. Oh yeah, so Sobo. So southbounders might be coming through at this point. That makes sense.
Looks like several Sobos are just a day ahead.
Cool. Sobo. I read there's only 10% of through hikers or something like that go southbound. Most people go north towards Maine, but still some people coming through headed towards Georgia. So that's cool.
This guy's called Hot Pocket.
Cool.
Hot Pocket. Moose said, sudden thunderstorm, hooray for shelter. That's a really good picture of a shrimp.
All right. Well, that was a cool little break.
P.S. If anyone's got the trippy kind, get at me. And they put their email.
No! I'm not going to show that. All right.
Oh my gosh.
We need to move on.
Oh, breezy.
See some blue skies up ahead. Right over there.
Better than that.
Better than what?
That.
Yeah, the gray skies over there. It's slowly burning off.
We didn't even see that until we just peeked over this.
Yeah, the blue over there.
Stunning. I want to go to there.
Yes, we will get there. Crunch, crunch, crunch. River view? Oh yeah, it's down there. Peeking through. Just about time for some lunch. Pick somewhere where it opens up a bit. Hopefully with a little view of the river. Have a little chicken salad, which is rehydrating in the pouch, or in my pack as we speak. I think that'll give us a little energy boost. It's about 12:30 now. We left the car at, I don't know, we're right around 9, Sarah? 9:30? Yeah, leisurely pace. We're up to 5 going on, I don't know, 5 point something miles. So.
We sat at that.
Yeah, we stopped a couple times. We sat at the shelter.
Shelter. That was nice. Took
Yeah.
a little break.
Especially
Read
on a bench.
Yeah, sat on the bench, read through the
Trail register.
log thing. That was funny.
Yeah, that was a good break. And then here and there, we're just stopping for the view. So pretty nice and relaxed. Taking it in. That was a solid lunch. Wolf that chicken salad right down. Right by this stream here, Sarah's getting some sun, filling up some water, which coupled with the 9 million pounds that I already packed in, all replenished, we'll be fine from here on out, no matter where we camp, wherever that may be. And yeah, had a couple snacks, just relaxing. Around 1:30, nowhere in particular to be. Works for me, right? All I gotta do is maybe convince her to get up, but then again, it's like, where are we going? So if I don't, even if...
You did say that.
What's that?
I said, but where are we going?
Yes. And I keep telling you, nowhere in particular. I have a couple spots that could work, but this could be one of them. We could. We could camp here if we wanted to. The trail's kind of right over there and goes up that ridge. Yeah, that's true. We got passed by a couple guys heading southbound on the AT. Said I think they look like some through hikers, especially based on the beard on one of them. And then we caught up to them again. They were sitting over there having a lunch break. But yeah, I said, are you guys heading south? And they had already done it. They'd already been to Springer, started in Maine, ended in at Springer Mountain in Georgia. But I guess he got what, norovirus? And it was during this section of trail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back to get it.
So he missed this section. So he's coming back to tag this section here, and with a friend of his, so I guess has already done the whole trail, so he's just doubling up on this part just as a friend to hang out with him.
And he said there's still some through hikers.
Yeah.
We bought some chocolate for them. We didn't get offered any chocolate.
No, we're not through hikers, so I guess. Yeah, I asked, are most people done? We told him we saw some people in that logbook up there, but he said, yeah, he's seeing some names from people that he had done it with that were behind him, and some other people at a bit of a slower pace, I guess, that are still heading south on the Appalachian Trail. So that's kind of cool. Maybe we'll bump into some other ones as we go. But yeah, that sun is out in full effect. So we're just going to enjoy that and see what happens next.
That's pretty.
Nice. Poking through the trees there, huh? Peeking through. So yeah, there's obviously been a lot of leaf drop, probably more than I anticipated based on reports, but at least we can see through the trees here. And then there's little pockets of color, obviously.
Still see some yellows.
Yeah, what color is left? It's not in this section really. There's actually some green rhododendron, but what color is left is pretty vivid when we're hitting the little pockets of it. It's pretty cool.
And the leaves on the ground are pretty.
Yeah. Little intersection. Sulphur Springs Trail, Southern Falls Trail. That's where we came from, Mats Creek. Marble Springs is down there, which is an AT campsite. No shelter, just a designated kind of spot to throw up a tarp or a tent. And a water source. I think we're good on that though. I think at this point what we're going to do is just look at the topo map, which I did in advance, but we'll pull it up again and see which direction one of these splinter trails here or the AT we can go to hit kind of a flat area and throw up some stuff for camp. So Sulphur Springs it is, Sulphur Springs Trail. Along this nice ridge line here, we get to look down on the river, and also, according to the topography, man.
Topography?
Nice.
Right?
Yes, from looking at that, there should be some campsite opportunities up here. All right, found our spot. Not terribly far from the trail, but I don't think many people will be using this particular trail. It's not officially maintained. You can tell that it would probably be, and I've read, pretty tight in the summer, that Sulphur Springs Trail. Although not too far over there is actually the AT. So we're kind of nestled in between the two. But we're here. We found a spot where we can watch the sunset down there. Sarah is chilling. She is in her hammock. I was telling her I feel like she might be a little bit of a lean there. We might level that out, but she looks comfortable for now, so why intervene? She's got my dream hammock there. We're going to have to get her one of her own one of these days. She's trying that out. I know you usually use the netless ones, but you kind of like having the net behind you almost as a way to kind of lean back without worrying. So you're like in your lazy boy right now. Yeah, so I think after a lot of experimenting and a ton of different hammocks, maybe we'll get you one of the dream hammocks for yourself in a little bit more fun color. And she's got, speaking of boring colors, my my hammock gear, which I love in brown, but I'm sure you would love it in purple. My hammock gear, Phoenix, but that's a 30 degree, so you should be plenty cool, or I mean warm tonight. But you do have your 20-degree purple, and then of course we've, if you've watched any of the videos, you've seen the Cuban tarp. Now over here is the new monster, and it doesn't look like much yet, but we're gonna get there. That's the Amok Draumr 3.0. It's quite interesting. As you can see right now, it looks kind of droopy. It's not the best presentation, but I wanted to show you what it looks like first. It takes a sleeping pad, an inflatable sleeping pad. They do not advise to use foam ones, and you'll see why in a little bit. So I have a sleeping pad that thankfully we already have for Sarah when we were ground sleeping. A big Agnes Q-Core SL SUL super ultralight monster. I used it on a winter trip before, but anyway, we're going to inflate that, and then it slides into the bottom of that, and you'll see it's going to turn into like a floating bed, totally flat, and then you lay in it with either a sleeping bag or a quilt. So we're going to try to dial that in. As you can see, it comes with its own tarp. I'll get into that once I set it up, but well, you'll see it's quite unique the way it hangs compared to the way Sarah is over there. Light fade quick. Oh, that light fades quick in the fall. There's Sarah's hammock. Well, my hammock, but Sarah's using it, so Sarah's hammock with the lights on it from Dutchware Gear. And over here, we'll put a little light on you. You're we got some experimenting to do. It's a little, it's different. As you can see, you sit straight, so there's the ridge line. I'm going to show this tomorrow morning when there's more to show, or more visibility, pardon me. But yeah, the ridge line's that way. We lost light quick. But as you can see, you sit...
because we moved it from over there.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I should probably explain that. That's another reason it got dark, is because the tree I had at home was just too flimsy, and every time I put my weight in it, it was bending it, and it just wasn't working. So, transplanted everything over here, and yeah, so there it is. You can see it's in recliner mode now. I don't think I have it adjusted fully. You pull these green straps, and it goes into a sit mode, so she's kind of in a bent position with a little back support and the legs bent. The she's a little skeptical, and I don't blame her. It is completely different than any other hammock we've ever even thought of.
You didn't show me getting in it, but
there's a technique to get in. We'll go over that tomorrow.
I do not have.
Yes. But anyway, yeah, you sit like that, and then you release the straps, and you can lay back and
I mean, it's comfortable.
Sleep flat. It's comfortable now that you're in it.
I mean, you're sleeping on an air mattress. I mean,
I know. That's crazy, right?
It's just, I don't know.
It's different.
Yeah.
There's a bug net on that too. I don't even know if I'll zip
Where?
it tonight.
This?
Yeah, it's in one of the pockets.
How the heck does that work?
It's up in here.
So how does that work?
You unbutton that. Go ahead. It comes down, and then there's a two-part zipper that goes that way and that way,
Oh,
and
no.
circles all the way around. You know?
Oh no.
Well, you don't even like bug nets ever, right?
So like, how much?
Are you even going to zip your bug net tonight? No. And this is the first time you've ever slept not in a netless, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, no, I've slept in that before.
Oh yeah, but have you ever zipped it closed?
God no.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
A little claustrophobic?
I don't like it. There's no need.
Okay, that's fine.
It's just.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I'm good for like the first hour, and then I wake up and. Nah.
Yeah. That's fine.
But this, like, what?
I feel like I need it a little higher off the ground too, like, and it's also meant it has a foot box on here that if she didn't have her boots on and it was up higher like it probably should be, your foot actually goes in there,
Football.
especially when you're sleeping. But for right now it works.
It's nice, like the lazy boy.
Yeah, it's cool. We'll get used to it.
Especially if it rains tonight, I can be chilling mine, you can chill in yours.
It'll be good. Yeah, it's got the special tarp that comes with it that's meant for hanging, obviously, long ways instead of the other way.
Yeah, is it 3 still? Is there 3 pull-outs still?
On the, I guess on both sides.
Like on the front?
Yeah, there's 6 total pull-outs, or guy lines. It's interesting. I'll flip it down before we go to sleep, both of us.
I mean, the big review will be sleeping in it.
Absolutely.
I mean, I can sit in it and drink wine in it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I haven't slept in it yet.
Yeah.
We've played with it at the park, so I'm going to sleep in it tonight, and then I'll really tell you what's going on tomorrow. But that's a quick look at that. We'll take a closer look at that tomorrow, but I think we're going to get some dinner going, or maybe apps first. We'll have a little happy hour, some snacks.
Queso.
Yeah,
concoction that we made in the hotel.
And a little less strenuous trip, so we didn't worry too much about weight. We didn't bring the dehydrated salsa and queso like we did before.
Well, we would have, but we didn't buy it in time.
That's true. We this is one of those trips, at least we're getting better at it, where we just decide to come down here, we grab a bunch of stuff the night before we roll. So that's good. But unlike a trip you plan a month or 2 in advance, we didn't have a bunch of food already ordered. We just grabbed whatever was around.
Through the, not leftovers, but
Yeah.
what we had.
Packet Gourmet, some other stuff.
All the other trips, and said that'll do.
Yeah. So last minute decision, hit Eckerd's and just bought straight up salsa and cheese dip, the hers kind. Then bought some Ziploc twist no leak allegedly containers. Mixed it in the hotel room this morning and threw it in the bag.
Yep.
And we'll see what happens.
It'll be delicious.
I think it'll be delicious. Just like the Esbit cube that we're cheating with. I think the cube's lit. About 7 o'clock now. I think it's time for some hors d'oeuvres. We got our Tostitos that we packed out. We got of course. Sarah, do you have the goods?
So side note, wine note, if anyone cares to carry liquid in their backpack.
Yeah.
This is all, like, there's nothing.
It worked really well, right?
Awesome.
I just threw it in the top pouch.
Yeah. Ziploc, they're the twist, no leak, like.
And we lucked out. We were at the drugstore and got whatever salsa and cheese they had, and then we were like, whatever Tupperware they have, I guess we're doing it.
So we ended up getting that cheese dip, but I didn't want straight cheese. Oh my god, yeah. And so we added salsa to it to make its own little queso.
Yeah.
So now it'll be a queso dip. And we heat it up and it'll be delicious amazingness.
The titanium cook pot there. We'll put a little mix in there.
And then put it back in here and eat right out of there.
Excellent. With the Tostitos, and then maybe we'll cook dinner later. What? Oh, whoa, look at that non-alcoholic grape juice.
What do we have? Chicken and dumplings.
For dinner, and
a ramen rescue.
So we got 2 different dinners that are supposed to be for one person. We'll just split each one kind of over the course of the night.
Because we knew we were having this.
It's like tapas. So we'll do a little noodle course, and
we usually don't do like a big
all at once. No, let's make this party last all night.
Especially in the fall, because
this night is so short. It's 7 o'clock. It's been dark for 2 hours.
7:12. It is midnight 30 out.
Yep. Hiker midnight, and people were just getting off work.
So.
All right, snack time.
Snacky snacks.
Now, this little $5 stove from Hong Kong, instead of having a MSR stove.
$5 foot long.
Nope, $5 Japanese stove. No, Hong Kong, Chinese stove. British occupied China. Anyway, it has a notorious, at least I've learned, hot spot in the middle. When we made boiling water with it is great, no problem. When we made pancakes with it on a little travel skillet, it definitely you had to be careful of those little hot spots. So this is going to be tough I also should have a windscreen, but I don't.
We're using our fire pit.
We're going to turn the heat down a little bit and just stir this thing constantly and see what happens. The old cheese sauce. Oh, look at that. It'll look better when it's hot. Cheesy. And hot and cheesy. Didn't take too long. Constant stirring. Titanium is nice and light. That's a strength, but it is bad at heat transfer compared to aluminum or stainless steel, which obviously is really heavy. And aluminum, not too bad, but compared to titanium, usually quite heavier, but transfers heat a lot better. Titanium, great for boiling. Got to be real careful when cooking with it. So just been stirring it constantly. And now undo the container that we brought it in. And Sarah, if you want to
busy man,
pull that
feeding
lid.
a fire. What do you need? This?
Yeah, you're doing great with the fire. Yeah, let's just dump it right back.
Look at that beautiness. Nom, 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 nom.
Cleaning the pot is a whole nother story, but worst case, we'll probably just throw some water in there.
Just put some water in it right now.
Water in it right now and start boiling
make sure
it.
you get it like all out.
Oh, we'll do that.
Grab a chip or two.
Every last drop. Get up in that dip, which fits perfectly in our Reflectix pot cozy for a 750 ml pot. So I say, try it out.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
You already know.
Oh my god. Stop it.
Yeah?
Mm.
Decent temperature?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect drugstore blend of cheese and salsa.
So good.
Good.
Oh my god.
Awesome. It only cost like a half pound of weight. But you know what? Taking it out of those glass jars was nice.
And tomorrow. Yeah, we took it out of the jars. No.
Fog's already attacking it. Oh well. It's a good snack, Bill.
I'm just trying to get this.
Oh, so good. You're doing a good job with this fire too. Professional.
Stick over there. And it won't behave.
Oh, you're going down the rabbit hole now.
Shut up.
Human nature. You see a fire, just can't resist. Must build.
Alright, there we go. I tucked him underneath. He'll burn.
There you go. Good morning, everyone. Although I feel like this is not the hammock that I went to sleep in. But we'll get into that in a minute. Somebody else may have tried out the Amok Draumr that we have set up over there, and she seems to have liked it. But we can get into that once she's awake a little bit. Once I'm awake, of course, too. Oh, although I hear movement over there. Did I wake you up? I was just telling them that you may have switched hammocks last night. No, that didn't happen. But yeah, it's about 7:30 right now. Had the alarm set for much earlier, but woke up to rain. Actually woke up pitch black, hear raindrops. Of course, we don't have our tarps all the way down. We always resist doing that. Hear rain, pop up, unfold both our tarps, put them both down. Again, pitch black, middle of the night, right? Then all of a sudden the alarm starts going off. And we're both like, are you serious? It was 6 a.m. when we allegedly were going to get up. But it was just starting to rain, so got back in bed, set the alarm for 7. Still raining, set it again. So now it's 7:30. But I'm fine with that. But yeah, it seems to have slowed down at least enough to pretty satisfying for me, so I think we're gonna, or at least I'm gonna pop out here and take a look around. Thankfully, I did have the wherewithal to pull a little bit of our firewood underneath of the tarp over there, which is where I ended up sleeping. So that's still nice and dry. Had to dig a couple inches down, but got to some coals and got that thing going again pretty good. In fact, the rocks are still hot from last night. They were sizzling last night, like sizzling. Like even with that, even if the fire had gone out, we probably would have had a nice radiator sitting around this thing for a while. It was nice. But yeah, just get that going for a little comfort. I don't know that we're gonna break. I had a skillet with me and some like a dehydrated egg meal. Rehydrate the eggs, make scrambled eggs type thing. But I don't know if we're gonna mess with that, considering we slept in a little later and it's raining right now. Which, you know, I have a tarp. We could get it done, but we were talking yesterday about perhaps exploring a different route out of here, which we'll look into in a little bit. But anyway, who's best friends now?
Me and the hammock.
I feel like you were a little skeptical.
We weren't friends before.
But you are now completely sleeping on your stomach, as if you're in bed at home almost. Because you got that 3-inch thick Big Agnes air pad and you're suspended off the ground.
Oh my goodness.
And the bug net, look, this is the first time you've ever used a bug net.
Ever in my life.
And last night you were like, oh no. And it wasn't even because of this, you just don't use bug nets. But it suspends up there pretty nicely.
You can pull it away. Oh, this thing is perfect.
You've been having,
I love it.
Little mini carabiner to the top line, so it pulls it up off of you. And then inside there's a little toggle, so you can actually adjust this lower or higher. So when I first got in, it was kind of lower to closer to my face there. But you just pull it up. You can see you could adjust it a little more even. And then there's a secondary adjustment that pulls this part that's right up by your face out of the way. So kind of 2 levels of adjustment for the bug net, which has 3 zippers on it. 2 here, one somewhere else in there, so that it can be stowed away like we showed last night in the pouch. And you're just a floating UFO there.
But look how many pockets.
Yes, it does have some serious pockets in it.
There's a pocket for all my needs.
Well, you definitely come around.
Oh, I didn't like it before.
You were weirded out, right? I think we still need to play with sitting in it.
Maybe if I climb down a tree.
You appear to be good. Climb down a tree into it? I feel like you might still be half asleep and dreaming right now.
Like a little crane.
Oh, we could lower you into it with a crane.
Like a little tree crane.
Yeah.
You're going to need to start to carry a crane.
All right, I'm going to get right on that. I think I was here to show pockets.
Oh, well, sorry. I have other ideas.
No, that's okay. I just remembered.
About cranes.
So there's a mesh pocket here, and then these actually are pretty much pockets, little areas that you can stuff like a shirt, clothing items, stuff like that. It's a little bulkier. Another spot down there as well. Again, there's that pull tab to put it in chair mode, which we have loosened all the way. And then same thing on the other side. Another mesh pocket. And the 2 kind of stuff areas. And a drink holder over here. You could put a bottle of water in there. Or in Sarah's case, some nice eyeglasses. I think I had my GoPro in there.
Wait, is that a cup holder?
Yeah.
Looks like an eyeglass holder.
Well, it is now. Integrated stuff sacks all over the place. Our stuff sack down at the bottom there is sewn right in. And you just stuff the whole thing into itself later. Same thing for their tarp. Oh look, stay hungry, stay foolish, stay wild. Amok. It's a full commercial now. I'll tell you what though,
I'll be in their commercial.
You're loving it now.
Sleeping on my stomach.
They did send me this to try it out, and I'm intent on being perfectly honest, which I think we were. Took some getting used to, but it's pretty cool now. And I'll tell you what, all those pockets, when we switched hammocks last night, you know, I took my stuff and put it over there, and the hanging organizer on the Dream hammock, which is awesome. But it's weird to switch because all of a sudden in here you have like this more three-dimensional space with all your stuff around you.
My apartment's crazy.
It is like your floating apartment. But that being said, the simplicity, the lightweightness, the
Oh, they're two different.
it's just two different animals. It's almost apples and oranges.
Yeah.
Not quite, but almost.
They're very different.
Also,
Hammock.
they say they Amok, the company that makes this, the Draumr, they say they're working on a lighter weight version. This is their very first, or I should say this is their first iteration, 3.0, so I guess 3 revisions of it, if you will. But I imagine for their first product line, they just they went with the standard model. So yeah, it's not ultralight. It's actually 3 pounds, I think. It's 3 pounds for the hammock and the straps and everything. And then the tarp is actually 1.5 pounds, which is very similar to my Hennessy tarp. That was large coverage and this similar kind of grade of material. So all in, you're looking at 4.5 pounds, which is pretty dramatic compared to, that's 1.5 pounds over there. Everything you see hanging up. It's like 1 pound for the, under 1 pound I have it down to for the hammock, and 1/2 pound for the tarp. So 1.5 pounds versus 4 pounds. But they're just two different animals. And when they come out with a lightweight version of this, I'd be pretty interested.
Yeah.
They also say they're either it's out now or they're going to make a longer version, because it is at about as short as I would want it to be, I think.
The actual length.
The length of it. You seem to be okay in it.
No, I mean like it's.
It could be
there's
longer
the
for you
end.
even. Yeah.
I
And
feel
and
it.
you're 5 foot. What?
2.
5'2".
7, 8,
Fi-
something of that nature.
5, 7 or 8 or whatever.
5, 7 and 3/4.
I'm 5'11". I was in it. Once I was sleeping, or laying down. I really didn't think about it, but I can see if you were
I kicked you out.
6 foot or above, you're going to be struggling. And
Oh yeah.
and I will say,
You're taller than that.
yeah, they specifically recommend a couple sleeping pads for it. And one of them is the one we're using, the Big Agnes Q-Core SUL, and it's wide, long version. So it's the biggest version of that pad that we have, and they actually recommend that. It stuffs in there, but just barely. So whatever the dimensions are on that long version of the Q-Core, I don't think you can fit anything bigger in there. And also found out, first time I got in it, I inflated it as much as I possibly could. But when you put it in chair mode, it makes it super impossible because it needs to have a little bend to it. So I underinflate a little less than like super inflated. And once you get in, your body puts the pressure and it normalizes, and it seems to be okay now. So, but yeah, anyway, that's that. Standing out here in the raindrops. Oh, I got to tend to my fire.
All I know is when I was sleeping over there, my legs were killing me.
Oh yeah, and I guess it wasn't the hammock to hurt the legs,
No,
but
my legs were hurting before.
it wasn't helping.
And
And
then when I got in here, I could lay on my stomach.
I kind of
It took the
anticipated
pressure off.
that if you woke up hurting or just whatever, couldn't sleep, I was going to offer this to you. And it kind of worked out perfect because this way we both got to try it and you ended up having a good night's sleep.
What did you get? 20 minutes in this before I kicked you?
Was it? I don't know. I know I was out. You said I was snoring.
You were snoring.
I was out so fast.
I was just laying over there trying to flop around. I look over and you're just snug as a rug in a bug.
That's
net
backwards.
Thing. Whichever way to say it.
Yeah, sure.
Why is it raining though?
I don't know. That's got to stop.
I didn't think it was supposed to rain today.
Early morning, late night, I thought.
What the what?
I know.
That was supposed to be yesterday, so maybe the system just was slower?
Yeah, and we haven't had any internet to pull down new weather, so who knows. But we'll keep the old tarp up, that's for sure. And as I was just kind of pointing out, you can see it has the straps, strap and buckle system. Sorry, I'm still waking up here. Makes it really quick. I also like, this seems really simple, but this is integrated onto the, so the buckle is integrated right onto the hammock, and this loop is sewn here, and I will not do it now, but if you yank a little pressure this way, it unlocks this really easily for loosening or taking it down, and then sliding up here. And again, this is another thing that in a lighter weight system could be tweaked, but full climbing grade I would assume, or a pretty heavy grade carabiner. Although they do make sure to tell you that it should come straight through it. You shouldn't be actually hanging pressure off of the end of it. It's just there to kind of keep it snug to the tree. It's got a little extra piece of strap, wide strap there to protect the tree. And they went carabiner style on the tarp guy lines as well. So you clip that up real quick. Got these little toggles that took me a little while to get used to. I will admit I'm a little spoiled by the Dutch wear I put on that system over there. It's super fast. But after a little learning curve, I did figure this out. Some of you have probably used that system before and you're wondering what's wrong with me, but it took me a little while. But now it's good, locks in. And it does come with a pack of tent spikes as well, like an MSR groundhog kind of style spike, aluminum V-shape spike. They're holding pretty well, considering this is some rocky soil. We had a little bit of wind last night. They are bright orange so you can see them, so that's nice. And you have 6 pull-outs. So you got the corner, 4 corners, of course. Oops, sorry. Okay, I'm just knocking some rain off. And one in the middle that pulls it out since she is in there lengthwise, right? That gives her a little more space so she's not cramped until somebody trips over a tarp. All right, guess we better get our food down. Hope it stayed dry. And these are just Sea to Summit Ultra Sil stuff sacks, so they're not intended to be dry bags. They're just silicone impregnated. But hopefully it did the trick. It wasn't raining too heavy last night. You can see we had them hanging upside down, so the opening was at the bottom. It's just a lazy way. We had all our food in these. We just take it out of the pack and hang it up and done with it. That's cranking again. That's nice. Sarah's still in there somewhere.
Doing morning bed meditation.
I understand. Over here I did put, finally, whoopee slings. Pardon me. Whoopee slings on here, which is made out of am steel. Pretty classic. I know some of you may be surprised that I have not tried this yet. I kind of worked backwards from very heavy systems, and now I'm down to pretty much one of the lightest ones, at least as far as track record and reliability goes. So all you carry is this length of am steel, which is, you know, like they call it that because it has the strength of steel, but it is rope and lightweight. And it's just, it's basically 2 layers in there. See, here's the 2 strands, and then they go into a braid here. Somebody else who actually makes these can probably describe it better, but when there's no tension on this, you can slide this back and forth and elongate this loop, which goes to a hook, which is hooked right onto another loop of am steel on the hammock. So I just can unclip this, pack my hammock up, do whatever I want, and my straps are completely separate. So if they're wet right now, like they are, that doesn't matter. They'll be completely separate. I'll tack them on the outside of my pack. It's running to a piece of Kevlar strap. I think this is just a 4-foot piece, so that way the tree is protected. And you don't have to have this. You can run it through itself, kind of lark's head through the loops. But in order to choke it up real tight, I have a Dutchable clip on there so that I can take the slack out of it and have minimal amount of distance between the tree and the whoopee, so that I can get in between some pretty close trees. That worked pretty well for me. Definitely not as fast to adjust as my strap and buckle system, which I had on there up until very recently, which is pretty much identical to that system over there in terms of usage. It's just a strap and the buckle, like you saw. Quick to adjust, but obviously a little more bulk and weight. So this is just something I'm experimenting with, and with that I got my hammock and suspension down to 14-ish ounces, under 15 ounces. It's time for you to at least think about getting up.
No.
Look, your bug neck's off. And look, that just slides out of the way. Slide it. Whoa!
I'll zip it back up.
No, slide it back. You're going to at least slowly wake up. I'll make some coffee.
No.
You don't want coffee? You don't know what you want.
I want queso.
Oh, okay. I'm sure you do. Look at you. You were really lounging in this thing.
Yeah, man.
It's cool.
Comfy.
Good.
The only thing I wish is I didn't have to have the tarp there so I could see the fire right now.
Oh my God, that's right. No, that is cool. If it wasn't the rain, we'd flip that tarp back. Then you'd just pull this thing into sitting mode. You could even keep your sleeping bag on, or in your case, top quilt, because you have the little protective foot box. So it's not like you have to worry about touching the leaves. Well, it's just about done raining. I'm just afraid it's going to start again. Oh boy.
Just the garden's fishing.
The rain picked up. We're being held hostage under here, Sarah.
It's stupid. But don't worry, everyone.
Yeah?
I'm going to look like a duck in a moment. And all will be right with the world.
Or the Gordon's fisherman.
Trust the garden's fishing.
I'm gonna have to put mine on. See, I'm glad we brought the rain jacket. Right. Keeping that fire alive. I still haven't made the coffee. It's going on 9 o'clock. What's going on over there?
The headlamp is attacking me.
Oh, attacking you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
It didn't want me to be the Gordon's fisherman.
No, well, nobody should stand between you and your destiny to sell fish sticks to children all over the world. Come on, fire, you can hang in there.
You can do it.
I still gotta make that coffee. Sarah, you did such an awesome job with that fire that we should probably just celebrate, be a little less concerned with time, and I don't know, put that leftover cheese to use there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a rainy day. Usually you kind of eat like 2 on a rainy day, right?
Yeah, so we should probably have queso and chips for breakfast. You know,
Seems legit.
seems like the legit thing to do.
They're wheat scoops.
Uh-huh.
You have the cheese, which is protein, right?
Right.
You have the salsa, which is tomatoes and onions. So technically it's like a salad.
Look, it can't be any worse than some of the things that people have for breakfast on the way to work. Oh, man.
I'm perfectly fine with this. I'll go to the gym.
I like it. It's not like we're going to eat queso and chips every day.
Maybe.
Sometimes you gotta have a little fun in the woods.
I know what you're saying. I really hope it doesn't rain all day. I don't see any blue sky though. Like no anything trying to peek through.
Alright, that was a good breakfast. I think it's time to break down a little bit more. Didn't really show you the sleeping pad going into this last night. Like I said, it's a Q-core. On the back side here, there is a zipper. Big old pad in there. There's a hole on that end so that you can reach in and pull it through the other side. Make it a little easier instead of just trying to shove it down in here. So we're breaking down, so I'm just going to let the air out of this guy, just like you would if you were tent camping. And then we'll break the hammock down, stuff it in its stuff sack down the end there. Pull the tarp down last, of course, so we stay dry. And we'll be on the trail with this. Well, we got a little break in the rain for a little bit. Just 15-20 minutes. Packed everything up real quick. And it's picking up again. But hey, we're back on the trail now. So let's go find that Piney Ridge Trail, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright.
Better have umbrellas.
I better have something like that.
I have no purple.
Me neither. Can't see much.
I have to like turn my whole body.
I know. Luckily you got that yellow on. It's not the regulation orange, but at least you're the highly visible one out of the group today since we have our pack covers on.
I've never seen a yellow deer, so
That's true.
hopefully I won't be shot at.
What if someone's lemon hunting?
What? Is that a thing?
Getting into a little bit of a different feel as we get a little higher on the ridge here, huh? So we took the AT, we're gonna hit this Piney Ridge Trail down to the road. Let's just make sure we're going the right direction. Petite's Gap, James River. So this way. You're camoed? Oh yeah. Your yellow's starting to blend in a little bit. It's having the opposite effect. Definitely losing some elevation at this point, hitting some switchbacks, going back towards the road. Sarah is plugging along.
And we're gonna hitchhike.
What?
Once we get to the road.
Oh, okay. Because you were done walking when you get to the road, I guess. So glad that I didn't wear my Gore-Tex shoes for this trip. Why? I don't know. Just felt like wearing the Merrells. They are soaked at this point.
No rain in the...
It was supposed to just be when we woke up in the morning, maybe, and then that would have been it.
Not all day, darn it.
Yep, that's what we got, though. All right, we are on the road now, which is more like a Forest Service fire, almost like a fire road type thing.
Still part of the trail?
Yeah, we should travel on this and then down the Route 501. Some easy walking now. Cruising along, and then we'll hop back on what I believe was the old AT after about a mile of this.
OAT?
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, it's so beautiful to see
There
the
is
amount of natty ice that people enjoy, which I assume drinking and driving because you're throwing your dish out. As well as, is it bud?
yeah.
It's on one bush.
There is a lot of beer consumed on this road. All right, well, there's the trail that would wind its way after 2 or 3 miles to where we started on the old Appalachian Trail. But as you can see, we are walking away from that. As much as we are done with walking on the road, it's only about a mile of relatively flat road walking to get back to the car. And at this point, it's going on 3 o'clock, 2:45 or so. So we're going to just do the road hike so we can get back to the car at a decent time, go have some food, some fun food, a little char-broiled something, if you know what I'm saying, and then we'll get back on the road so we can be at work tomorrow. And it's about a 4-5 hour drive depending on traffic. At least we won't hit traffic in DC this time though, you know, because it is Saturday, so that's cool. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Oh, and look, we get to see this waterfall, man-made waterfall that we saw from the railroad bridge before. Car's right down there.
I miss you, car.
We made it across the bridge without getting run over. That's always nice. It is not raining. Yeah, it's a couple it's spitting a little bit, but after all we've been through today, I'm gonna say doesn't count as raining, correct? Yes. And we can practically see where we parked, which means visions of cheeseburgers are dancing in Sarah's head. She's apparently running. Well, you've seen that before. That usually means that somebody is excited for a burger. Getting all kinds of sights on this trip. Trains, rivers, electric transformers, huh? Oh, so it is a hydroelectric. Well, I see cars ahead, so you know, that's usually how these things end. Another 1/10 of a mile or so, and we will be there. It'll be another mission complete. Not quite peak fall foliage, but a good fall trip. Pockets of, pardon me, a little noise there. Pockets of really good colors, and just overall a great time with my lovely wife. Hi, Sarah. So, you know, what can I say? Can't ask for much more than that. So right now I think we're gonna get on the road. Thank you very much for coming along and joining us on this adventure. Till next time, I'm Syntax77. Right now, it's probably, definitely, it's cheeseburger time.